All right, so we are going to be looking up comparable sales and running comps or comparable sales. And you're going to do this when you're getting ready to give someone a value of their home, when you're going to set a listing appointment and getting ready to meet them face to face, or if you're just giving a complimentary market update, maybe sending it once or twice a year, you're going to want to run comps in the area. So first thing we want to do when you're on your dashboard is go to search, and we're going to go residential. So obviously, if you have vacant land or commercial, you're not going to choose that option. But for the most part, you're going to choose the residential option. So up top here, we're going to search residential, which is single family homes. Okay. The status of the home. So there's many different statuses in the MLS. I try to keep it to 3 simple statuses when we're looking for comparable sales. The most important status, in my opinion, because this is what appraisers are going to use on appraisals, is the closed status. So these are deals that have closed in the area that you're looking for. The next status that you're looking for, pending. What does this mean? This means that these deals are currently under contract. They just haven't closed yet. And then all active. Why do I do all active instead of active? Some might be accepting backup offers. Some might be coming soon to the market. Some might just be active on the market. If you type all active, instead of active, it's going to encapsulate all 3 of those. Okay. The next thing that I want to do is set a time range. So there's a lot of houses selling currently on the market. So what I would start with date range is 6 months back. And what does that mean is it's going to look up all the sales and the criteria that I put in for the past 6 months. In a market that has less sales, or in an area that's more rural that's going to have fewer sales, I would go all the way up to 12 months possibly. If you can't even find that, obviously there's other options that could go up to 18 or 24 months. But for this example, let's stick at 6 months. Okay. Your next bar that you're going to want to look at is sale or rent. So in this instance, I'm going to run it for a home that I'm going to meet with a prospective seller. All I want to look up is for sale comps, not rental comps. Okay. The next step, and the first criteria that I would put in for any area is that, or excuse me, when you're searching, is the area that you're searching. Okay. So for this instance, I'm going to do Shelby Township because I'm going to comp my house. So Shelby Township is the area that we're looking at. Usually appraisers do not use comparable sales from different areas or municipalities. So if you're on the border of maybe a Macomb and a Shelby, or maybe you're on the border between, a Royal Oak and a Berkeley, stick to the municipality that the location or that the property is in that you're running the comparable sales on. Okay, so that's the first thing. In the area municipality, just put in the area that you're at. And as we can confirm, that's Shelby Township right there. The next is the structure style. So you go down a couple lines here. Here's the structure style. So that's the second thing that I want to bring up, and the second big piece of criteria. And in structure style, there's a couple different things that I want to make sure we have. So for this example, I'm going to comp out a ranch home. So if I put in one, obviously 1 story, 1.5 story, condo, first floor apartment, there's a ton of different options. If you look in, there's so many different structure styles, whether it's bi-level, 2 story, 1 story, 1.5, condos, tri, quads. Like I said, for this example, we're going to hit the 1 story. And how I brought that up, just in case you don't type it in, is this little magnifying glass right there. The next thing that I want to do is try to be similar with the bedrooms and total bathrooms. So for this instance, I'm going to put in 3 bedrooms and at least 2 bathrooms. Now this home has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, but again, we want it to be close. If it can be exact, great. But we want to get it at least close enough to where we don't have any results, but we do have a couple results to choose from. So 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, and then this home also has a basement. So right here, we're going to put yes for a basement. Now, a lot of the homes in this area have garages, but if you're looking in other areas, you may want to say if it's on the water or not. if there's a garage there or not, if there's a pool or not. There's a couple different things that you want to do. Another big piece of criteria that I always try to do is school district, because we see in municipalities, there may be different school districts which could affect values and tax rates in different municipalities. So I'm going to type in the school district, Utica Community Schools. Okay. And then we have a couple more pieces here. Garage, how many cars are, or how big is the garage? What number car garage is there? Is it a 2-car garage, a 3-car garage? Is there no garage? I'm going to say I want at least 2-car garages for criteria. And then the next thing is square footage. So above grade square footage. So let's say this home is 2,000 square feet. I want to give it about 250 square feet either way. So if it is a 2,000 square foot home, I'm going to go from at least 1,750 square feet to 2,250 square feet. Okay. And then again, there's a ton of criteria. I want you guys to obviously look around and play around with this, but for the sake of this video and to try to keep it more simple and for an example, we're going to keep it pretty simple. The acreage is going to be standard acreage, just about a quarter acre. So we've got all of our criteria in Shelby Township, a ranch, 3 bedrooms at least, 2 bedrooms at least with a basement in Utica Community Schools. It has 2-car garage, and it's at least 1,750 square feet, but it's no bigger than 2,250 square feet. So the next thing you want to do is you want to search things that are within usually a half mile of the property. So again, depending on the area, if you're in a more rural area, I wouldn't hesitate to say go maybe a mile or even 2 miles out. Or if you're in a time where the market isn't selling as many properties, go a mile or 2 miles out. But to start, what I want to do is go a half mile out from the subject property. Okay. So I'm going to type in my subject property here. You're going to type in the full address here, and you're going to click enter, and it's going to pinpoint onto the address that you're looking for. So you can zoom in down here with the plus bar, or you can back up with the negative bar there. Now I said I wanted to look about half mile out. So if I want to look a half mile out, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go 0.5. And that's going to set a radius of a half mile out. Now, like we talked about, there may not be enough sales within a half a mile in your criteria that work. So let's say that a half mile doesn't work. We're going to go from a half mile to maybe 3/4 of a mile. And now I see that there's 3 sales in the area. I want a little bit more data than that, so I'm going to jump it up to 1 mile out. And that's where we're going to start to get the results we want. We hit the firm's report up here, and what it's going to do is it's going to populate all your comparable sales and put it onto one list here. Okay, so these are all your comparable sales, and then you'll see the listing ticket showing all the data from the address, municipality, school district. We already know that those are in unison because we typed in the criteria, but then it's going to give you the asking price, the sold price, how many days on market it was, when it closed, how big it was, and when it was built. So as you try to do this, I want you to comp out maybe your home, your parents' home, maybe your primary residence, maybe your neighborhood, maybe a family member's residence, but play around with it so that you can start to type in different criteria and get different results for different areas. If you have any questions, let me know.